my brilliant business students. Welcome once again to class. In this video, we shall be discussing office correspondence and documents. What do we mean by office correspondence? What are the types of office correspondence? Then what are business documents or office documents? And of course, what are the types and the uses of such types? We shall be looking at all these in this video. Office correspondence. This refers to the written information that are exchanged between one organization and another or within an organization. Could be manual or electronic, that are exchanged between one organization and another or within the same organization. What are the examples of office correspondence? We have business letter. Of course, this is not different from the letter you used to know. We have mail. Mail is of two types, electronic mail and manual mail. The manual mail is the one that is exchanged usually through a post office or other means, while the electronic mail, also known as email, is the one that is exchanged or transmitted electronically. To be able to exchange an electronic mail, you must have an email address. Examples of email providers are Google, Yahoo, and then of course, if you have a standard website, you can also have a place where you can get a mail. Another important office correspondence is what we call memorandum. A memorandum is used to exchange information, usually within an organization. Let's assume the workers in the organization are having a meeting at a particular time and day. Such can be put in form of a memo. It's a very short message that could be printed or electronically transmitted. Then another important office correspondence is the text message. A text message, I believe we are very conversant with, is a kind of textual information that is transmitted over a telephone line. However, we can also send pictures over the same telephone line. But in this case, it will be an MMS and not SMS. An MMS is multimedia messaging system that allows you to attach pictures and other multimedia files. Let's look at office documents. Office documents are just like correspondence, but in this case, we are talking of strictly records about business transactions which are exchanged between buyers and sellers. Whatever the office is buying or selling, any document that is used to prove that a transaction has taken place, some of them are used as proof of payment, some of them are used as proof of goods supplied or received. They are all known as office documents. For a better understanding, let's categorize this into two: the sales documents and the purchase documents. However, we can also have a third one, which is administrative documents. Administrative documents are basically used to carry out administrative duties. The sales document, as the name implies, are given or issued by the seller. So let's assume the organization is the one that is selling the product or services. Those documents that they give to their buyer or client when sales take place are what we refer to as sales documents. Examples of these are The receipt, the payment receipt, is used as an evidence of payment when payments are made. Then we have the invoice, which lists the quantity of goods and services purchased, the description of such goods, the unit and total prices when goods are sold. Then we have the debit and credit note. The debit note is used to correct an undercharge. That means if a client or a customer is wrongly undercharged, maybe he did not pay for some goods that they mistakenly put in his package, then the seller or the organization will have to send a debit note telling him that he has to pay more or return the extra goods. The opposite of that is a credit note, and this is used to correct if a client or a buyer is mistakenly overcharged also. Then the credit note is also used to correct such. We have the delivery note when sellers or an organization send some goods that are ordered by their client. It goes with this document, and the buyer is meant to sign on it to show that he has received the goods supplied to him in good condition, and this is also returned to the seller. Okay, we have the statement of account. This is used to periodically remind a debtor of his debt, and this is also issued by the seller. All right, another one is the price list. The price list shows the goods and services that are offered by an organization. So it shows the names and the prices. Another one is the catalog. This is just like the price list, but in this case we have the picture and description of such goods. Now let's look at the purchase documents. They are not much. Let's just look at 3 or 4 of them. The first we're looking at is the letter of inquiry. The letter of inquiry is sent by a buyer or a potential buyer to find out information about certain goods and services, maybe whether they are valuable for purchase and what have you. It is known as letter of inquiry, and like the name implies, it is in form of a letter. Then we have the purchase order. So if a buyer or a client has finally made up his or her mind to buy, he sends the purchase order to instruct the seller to supply certain stated goods. Then we have the check slip. This is used by a person to withdraw some stated amount of money on behalf of the owner of a current account. Okay. Alright, this is how far we'll go today. Till I come your way again. Bye.